Supermarkets, they could be fined if they do not sell healthier food under new government plans to tackle the obesity epidemic. All large businesses will report their sales of healthy food under the policy, and those that fail to hit targets could face financial penalties. But is it the responsibility of the supermarket to make us eat better? Is it our choice, Nadia? I come to you as my resident foodie. Where do you stand on this? Should our supermarkets be fined if they don't hit these targets?
To me, it sounds like again like a bit of red meat. Sorry for the pun. What really is that going to achieve? You know, I think sometimes a nanny state is a good thing, and I think where a nanny state would be really, really useful is in schools, like Jamie Oliver said 20, 30 years ago, you've got a captive audience. So you don't let them go out to get just chips from the chicken shop. You give them a really good meal. So many people struggle to actually buy their children decent food in this country. How appalling is that? And so if the government wants to get involved, get like so many other countries. In Japan, every single school has a nutritionist. They have proper chefs. So a child might never see a really good, healthy plate of food that tastes delicious. I'm talking about making it delicious, like they do in France, Italy, Germany, Spain. What is it about?
I know in Japan they exercise every day as well.
Why can't we do that for kids? And then what you're doing is you're setting them on a different road. Because culturally we're not that much into food, are we? We're getting better in this country, but food isn't like the centre of family and stuff. And so we can start to shift the culture so that in the future, but the trouble is governments so often don't want to think long term. They want to be able to go, we're doing this to supermarkets, rah, rah, rah. But is that actually going to shift change?
But it's like, you know, there are 4 million children living below the poverty line in this country. And as you said when we were talking earlier, if they were given, provided by the state, one amazingly, you know, healthy, colourful, delicious meal a day, because teachers are bringing sometimes food in for those children in the morning because there's, you know, people go, anybody can afford a vegetable, anybody, you know, it's ridiculous.
Well, they can't even afford
agree with
school
you.
meals. I mean, a lot of them can't even afford the school meals. So unless they could do that, but then keep it,
but if
the government across the board for every child.
The costs that they're going to save if you
in the long run.
Children on a different path with their food, you're going to save money with the NHS. We've got a huge problem with diabetes and obesity in children. My friend who works in a children's obesity clinic said, you would not believe how many of these children are just eating pure rubbish.
Yeah, but can I also say, in whoever's defence government, I hate to
Is it going to be yours, Colleen?
No,
you'll have a nugget.
In my defence. No, not in my defence. But the problem is as well now, we have very, very, you know, the majority now are working parents. You know, what my mum, when we got home from school, my mum was there and dinner was made and all that. But now you've got, you know, mum and dad working.
And you're
getting home half 6, 7 o'clock. So, of course,
good meal at lunchtime.
So it's easy nowadays to go, oh, do you know, it's 6 o'clock, I'm just, you know, I'm going to throw something in the oven, I'm going to get a takeaway. I don't want people to be at home and feel guilty because that's the way it is
I'm embarrassed how many takeaways I get. I'm embarrassed. I'm never going to reveal it because I come in, I go, I just can't be. I'm so knackered. But if the government really want to do something, stick to the manufacturers. Stop allowing them to put so much salt, sugar, additives there at source.
It's all about money, though. It's all about money and taxes.
Yeah, but if it is about money, if you plan now, we try and shift our culture for years and years ahead, rather than what they're going to do in the next year.
Well, they're saying part of this new policy is that these supermarkets could, part of the new plans could include reformulating products and tweaking recipes, whether that's taking out all the stuff you've just said, changing shop layouts, which I think, and offering discounts on healthy foods. Our healthy foods have to be cheaper. They have to be the choice that you want to go.
Cereals, we really don't.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, those sort of basic things on paper sound like, well, yeah, that can make sense, but equally so I get that we're all busy and. But starting back at school, it's the
360-degree thing. How can we help everywhere to really shift
home economics or domestic science, as it was called?
You know, teach
we just don't really do it the same
No, we
anymore,
don't teach cooking anymore. I was brilliant at it, as you can imagine.
I'd like to sample that. I'd like to sample yours. Yeah.